In a world where survival was dictated by strength, where the winds howled like the battle cries of old, Viking women stood unyielding. They were not just wives and mothers confined to the hearth. They were warriors, leaders, and heroines whose names echoed through the sagas of the North. The Vikings, fierce and untamable, valued strength above all else, and women who could wield a sword as well as a man were respected, revered, and feared. One of the most legendary figures in Viking history is Lagertha, a woman who wasn't just a warrior, but a symbol of Viking courage and strength. She didn't just stand by her husband's side. She led armies, fought in bloody battles, and claimed victory on her own terms. Her name lives on in the sagas, not as a mere footnote, but as the very embodiment of a warrior who broke free from society's constraints. The Vikings were a society where men and women fought side by side, not for glory alone, but for survival, for honor. In the dense forests of Scandinavia, on the harsh battlefields, Viking women weren't relegated to the sidelines. They fought with the same fury, the same bloodlust, and the same strategic mind as their male counterparts. Many wielded their weapons with deadly precision, while others commanded their forces with an iron fist. Women such as Gudrun, who led her people through the darkest of times, proved that strength knew no gender. Yet the truth of their power was often hidden beneath the layers of myth and legend. Archaeological finds from across the Nordic lands have uncovered the graves of Viking women, warriors in their own right, buried with swords, shields, and armor. These weren't just symbols of war, they were signs of power, of respect, and of a life lived on the battlefield. For many of these women, war was not an abstraction, it was life itself. Some fought to avenge fallen families, others to protect their homes. They were the dark riders of vengeance, unbowed, unbroken, and unstoppable. In a society that measured a person's worth by their ability to fight, women were not seen as weaker, they were seen as equals. And it wasn't just on the battlefield where they proved their worth. Viking women managed the farms, led raids, and made crucial decisions for their communities. With a sword in one hand and a shield in the other, they faced the same perils as the men. They didn't just watch life pass by, they took it into their own hands, carving out legacies of power, respect, and ruthless efficiency. But what of the lesser-known heroines? The ones whose names did not make the sagas? They were the shadows in the forests, the avengers, the silent warriors. These women didn't seek fame, they sought revenge. They fought for their families, for the honor of their clan, and they struck fear into the hearts of their enemies. Their stories are whispered in the cold winds that sweep across the Nordic landscape, lost to time, but never forgotten. As time passed and the Viking Age came to an end, the legacy of these women remained etched in the very fabric of Viking culture. Their influence, their strength, and their courage became a part of the stories told around fires, a part of the songs sung by bards. These women were not just warriors. They were the backbone of a society built on strength, honor, and loyalty. Today, the stories of these Viking women live on, inspiring us to understand that true power is not defined by gender or circumstance. It is found in the heart, in the will to fight for what is right, and in the determination to carve your own destiny, no matter the cost. The legacy of the Viking women is timeless, a legacy of warriors, leaders, and heroines who shaped the world with their strength and resilience. Through the fog of time, their stories live on, reminding us that no matter the age or the society, women have always been warriors at heart, and their legacy continues to inspire generations, both past and present, to fight with the same courage and passion as those who came before us.